welcome back to my channel. I'm Astrologer Rani Sood, and today I'm going to talk about Sun in all the 12 houses. And if you want to know more, stay tuned. But yes, I'm just watching my YouTube studio, and I feel that most of you have not subscribed to my channel. So do subscribe if you want to listen to 2022 predictions, because my next video will be on 2022. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. Sun is considered the king of planets, and whenever a planet is of utmost importance, because it's the king and all the planets are just moving around it. And like Shah Rukh Khan is the king, I am the king. So Sun is also considered very important, because if you have well placed Sun in your chart, you receive international fame for sure. People who have good Sun, they always achieve great heights. We have seen Priyanka Chopra, the holy saint Sri Ravi Shankar, he has exalted Sun. And such people, they get international fame in whatever they're doing. So such people are born lucky, and yes, they work hard to make themselves boon to the society. So before starting with the video, let me explain the 4 yogas that are formed by Sun. First is Buddhaditya Yoga, second is Vesi Yoga, third is Vasi Yoga, and the fourth is Abhyachari Yoga. Whenever Sun has any planet second from it, then a Vesi Yoga is formed. Whenever there is any planet 12th from the Sun, a Vasi Yoga is formed. And when there is either any planet 12th or 2nd from where Sun is placed, then Abhyachari Yoga is formed. So you should not consider Moon in this yoga. So if there is any planet 2nd from Sun, that is Vesi Yoga is formed. If it's 12th, any planet in 12th from Sun, it's Vasi Yoga. If there are planets in 2nd house and 12th from where Sun is placed in your chart, then Abhyachari Yoga is formed. And if you have these yogas, you're extremely courageous, you're extremely popular, your career will be good, and you will not have any negative thing in your life. See, ups and downs, they come in everybody's life, but you will be able to come out of that. And Buddhaditya Yoga is considered the most important yoga, where it's formed with conjunction of Mercury and Sun. Yes, Mercury should not be combust.
So let me clear the concept of all the yogas being formed by Sun. Sun gets exalted in Aries and it gets debilitated in Libra. And there are 4 yogas formed by Sun. That is, Vesi Yoga is formed if there is any positive planet second from where your Sun is placed. It should only be a positive planet, except Moon. Vasi Yoga is formed if there is any positive planet 12th from where Sun is placed in your horoscope, except Moon. And Abhyachari Yoga is formed if there are any positive planets like Jupiter, Venus, Mercury in 12th and 2nd from where your Sun is placed. And Buddhaditya Yoga is formed with the conjunction of Sun and Mercury in trine or kendra, but yes, Mercury should not be combust. I hope the concept of yoga is clear to all. And yes, one thing to remember is that only positive planets should be around the 2nd and 12th from where Sun is placed, and not Moon. Moon is excluded in this yoga.
So these are the 4 yogas that are formed by Sun, and let's get started by Sun in all the 12 houses. Sun is considered extremely good if it's in your 1st house, 9th house, 10th house, 11th house, and 3rd house. In all the other houses, it's considered average, and it always creates some kind of tension in your relationships, in your career, in your self-esteem. A person having a weak Sun always has low self-esteem. He always thinks negative about himself, or maybe he thinks that he is not capable enough to rise. So such people need some kind of remedies to be done. If you have sun in the first house, you're extremely good, extremely talented, extremely confident, and you always are an early riser, and you always are a hard working person. If you have sun in the second house, it's good for your bank balance, but it's not good for your family because you're always creating some kind of tension in the family. If it's in the third house, extremely good. It will give you good energy to do efforts related to your ambition. Sun in the fourth house makes you very angry. You're always agitated all the time. You need to do some remedies to make yourself placated. Sun in the fifth house gives you good education, but here some kind of problem is seen as far as children are concerned. Sun in the sixth house is extremely good, and it gives you an edge over your rivals. So before talking about sun in the seventh house, I would like all my viewers to subscribe to my channel, because my YouTube studio always says that 90% people who watch my videos, they have not subscribed. Please subscribe to my channel, because my next video will be on 2022 predictions. And I hope you all are eager about it. And if you need any consultations, you can email at the link below and I shall get back to you. And thank you so much for watching all my videos. So let's talk about sun in the seventh house. Sun in the seventh house always gives you a problematic marriage. Sometimes there's a delay in marriage and you're not able to choose the right partner. And sometimes it causes some kind of friction with your life partner. And sun in the eighth house is considered average. It makes a person very low self-esteem. So you need to do remedies for that. So you must do some kind of personality development courses early in life. You should do some grooming courses. And if you have a well-placed moon, then it compensates a little bit. But such people always do good away from their native land. If you're born in India, you will do well abroad. Or if you're born abroad, you will do well away from your native land. Sun in the ninth house and the 10th house, they are both good. In the ninth house, it gives you extremely good contacts, long travel, and you're a person who wants to meet up new people. And in the 10th house, you're a person who knows how to manage his business well. In the 11th house, it's extremely lucky, because such a person always is a go-getter. So in these three houses, sun gives you good effects. Sun in the 12th house is of lowest energy. You know, this planet, it always gives you good results in the 10th house, first house, even 9th house is good. But whenever sun is in the 12th house, it always gives you bad things. Like you're a person who is kind of secretive person. You're not able to achieve success. You're not able to express yourself. So you need to do remedy of sun every day. You must do sun salutation. You must chant Aditya Strotam. You can also wear one Mukhi Rudraksh in your neck, and you must always obey your father and respect him from your heart. You should not disobey your father. Let me make one thing clear to all my subscribers, because I read the comments every day. Yes, I'm not able to pick your calls. Please email at the link below. If you need any consultations, you can email at the link below and I shall get back to you. And yes, you have to subscribe to my channel, because you get automatic intimation by email if you subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you're not able to catch up with the video. So this was my brief analysis on sun in all the 12 houses. And if you like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because a lot more coming. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Be happy. Bye-bye.
So let's talk about the remedies for a weak sun. If you have a weak sun in your chart, you must do Surya Namaskar every day. You can also wear a ruby and keep a tiger eye stone in your wallet. You can also drink water of 1 Mukhi or 12 Mukhi Rudraksh daily, first thing in the morning. And as a lifestyle, if you make such changes in your lifestyle, you will see results coming year after year. You will see the progress that is coming in your life with easy efforts. You can also buy Rudraksh from my website www.anusugems.com. And if you want to get the pendants made in 24 karat gold, you can also place its order email online.